A CRM without process is just an expensive spreadsheet with better branding. Most businesses I come across install software before they understand how they will actually sell and how they'll use it. Buying your CRM is not just a strategy, it's just a subscription that's going to sit on your profit and loss statement every single month and slowly drain your bank account if you're not using it. Just like buying a car and never learning how to drive. Hey guys, welcome back to More Clients, Less Effort. And I want to kick off today's show by saying something slightly controversial. And that is that you're probably wasting money on your CRM. And it's not because it's not the tool for your business and it won't help you grow, but it's probably more likely that you've got a commitment problem. I cannot tell you the number of times that I've jumped on a call with somebody and we've said, okay, let's have a look at your CRM. And they've gone, I don't know what my password is. And I haven't logged in for months, right? You are not alone if that is you, because somewhere right now, there's a business owners paying hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars a month, every month for a CRM that they barely use. They'll log in once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month or a year and stare at the dashboard like it personally offends them. And then they'll go back to running their business from their inbox and they'll say stuff like, CRMs just don't work for us, or that CRM doesn't work. I tried that one, it doesn't work. Now, I want to challenge that assumption because it is absolutely wrong. That's like buying a treadmill, hanging your washing off on it, and blaming fitness. Now, as I say that, I think to my lounge room, which has a water rower standing up and my towel hanging over it drying. So yeah, look, we're not alone. It happens in all parts of our life. But in a business context, your CRM is what really works or doesn't work because of what happens after you buy it. And I see this constantly, right? I think that buying software equals building the system, that it will do everything out of the box. And unfortunately, it doesn't. Buying your CRM is not just a strategy. It's just a subscription that's going to sit on your profit and loss statement every single month and slowly drain your bank account if you're not using it. Just like buying a car and never learning how to drive. A CRM without process is just an expensive spreadsheet with better branding. Most businesses I come across install software before they understand how they will actually sell and how they'll use it. And to me, that's completely backwards, because I want to challenge you to think that before you touch technology in any way, I want you to think about some, again, very boring, but very profitable questions. Firstly, how does a lead enter your business and where does that go? Who owns the first response? What happens after a quote goes out? How many follow-ups happened? Who asked for referrals? What triggers reactivation? What stage is a real opportunity versus someone who downloaded a free PDF 3 years ago and then vanished into the mist? And the reality is that most business owners that we speak to can't answer these questions clearly, but they still want automation, right? And that's how you end up with a Frankenstein CRM. It's a horrifying creature stitched together with Zapier, duct tape, random messages, duplicated contacts, broken automations, and one staff member named Sharon, who's the only person keeping it alive. If Sharon leaves, the whole thing dies. Now, that's not scale. That's just hostage management. And then the team stops using it because they don't see value. It doesn't make their life easier. Nobody trusts bad systems. Salespeople stop updating notes. Admin builds workarounds inside the CRM. Management loses visibility. And everyone just returns to spreadsheets and inboxes and ancient tribal knowledge. Not the owner who says, CRM doesn't work for us, right? It's not bad architecture that's a problem. It's ideally people use systems to make their life easier. The same reason we buy a car, to get the kids to sport on the weekend a bit faster, to get to work quicker, to be able to carry stuff from the shops without having to walk 3 kilometers in the rain. People use systems to make their life easier. And if they avoid systems that create friction, it's that simple. Because the best CRM is not the one with the most features. It's the one your team will actually use consistently, and consistently beats capability every single time. I cannot harp that enough. I would rather see a simple system used daily than a Ferrari parked in the garage because no one remembers where the keys are. Now, the other big mistake is that people think automation makes things less personal. It doesn't. Bad automation does. Good automation creates speed and consistency and confidence in you. It makes sure that people are not forgotten. It means that leads get a fast response. It means that quotes get followed up, referrals get requested, that past clients get reactivated. That's not less personal. That's just being professional. Your best relationships shouldn't depend on your memory. They should depend on your process. And that's why our approach always starts the same way. Assess. Before we build anything, we want to understand how your business actually works. Where do leads come from? Where do they stall? Where does the money leak? What's being done manually that should not be done manually? And what is being automated that should absolutely not be automated? And then we build the right stages, the right ownership, and the right automation. Not complexity for the sake of looking clever. Structure that supports revenue growth. And then we launch testing, training, making sure the team actually uses it instead of politely ignoring it while nodding in meetings. And finally, we want to evolve it, right? Your CRM is not a one-time project. It is a living system. Your business will change. Your team will change. Your offers will change. What worked 12 months ago may now be quietly sabotaging your growth. Most businesses skip that part. They see software as a buy once thing and expect it to behave like a crockpot, set and forget, right? It doesn't work like that. Your CRM should behave like a sales engine, not a museum of old leads and broken dreams. Here's the truth. CRM, whilst is software, it's not about software. It's about operational clarity. It's about ownership. It's about visibility, follow-up, discipline. The software just makes it scalable. And so if your CRM is failing, if you're not using it right now, first ask, do we have a technology problem or do we have a process problem wearing a technology hat? Because those are very different conversations. And the wrong fix is just going to get really expensive really, really quickly. That's it for today. If your CRM feels more like a guilt subscription than a growth tool, you are not alone. But the fix is simpler than people think. Less shiny features, more clear decisions. Because clients should not require more chaos. We'll see you next episode.